Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stellaris with the new Overlord DLC. I'm Filler B, and this is the Union of the Deep. We continue our efforts here to expand our empire while fending off these two nasty neighbors who have yet to attack us, but could at any time. Got a new event here. Our spy master, we do have a spy over here, watching over the Vryn High Kingdom, reports the surprise, successful acquisition of a new asset, a sympathetic contact who will be in service of our operations and when we need them. All efforts have been taken to ensure that this contact is genuine. Protocols have been established to minimize the risk to potential double agents, for example. That's great, we have a new asset. So let's take a look at this empire. So they're our rival. They're equivalent in all ways, which is actually good for us, and they're void dwellers, which means they're going to be a little slow to develop because they're not going to be colonizing planets. We may want to take advantage of that at some point. Let's take a look at our espionage on them. So we could do a mission here. We got a pretty good chance. Although the difficulty is pretty high on all of these, so let's not do these. Yeah, they're all hell designated. So we'll just wait. Continue to build our spy network. We can get up to 55, so we still have another chunk to go. And we now have an asset, apparently a bureaucrat, which raises our infiltration level. Oh, that's probably spotted from 50-55, and increases our operation skills in subterfuge and government. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll check back on them soon. Let's check on this one. We're improving relations over here, I believe. Yes. And they owe us a favor, because we returned something to them. They're still receptive, so maybe they're not going to attack us. We don't have really a lot of information on them. Could I build a spy network over here? No, I don't have any free envoys at the moment. What about our friends? They are superior to us in technology and in commerce, but equivalent in fleet size. That's not great. They have 4 planets. But they are good friends of ours. I believe they are a Alpine preference? Alpine preference. So we did the migration treaty. We might be able to get some and settle some Alpine worlds. But I don't think we have many in our empire here. Arctic. Those are all Arctic. See, if they were Arctic preference, it would be really good. Savannah. There's one Alpine here, but it's a little small. Tomb and Tundra. Arid. There's a tropical down here. Some continental worlds and a savanna world. Doesn't look like we have a lot of worlds that we could use to colonize them with, so I think we'll hold off on a migration treaty, because it does cost us influence. We'll continue on our way. We're going to try and build out this way as quickly as we can to block off these fellows. So I'm going to take this system, this system, this system, and then finally over here. If I can. Actually, this doesn't connect. That looks like a dead end, now that I think about it. So maybe there isn't such a big rush going this way. Let's take a look at our archaeological site. Oh, this is, not archaeological, this is our envoy looking at a new species. We found this space amoeba. It's very interesting. Fascinating creatures. Or we can learn to coexist with them. I think we can learn to coexist with them. Let's check our situation log here. So we'll learn to coexist with the amoeba. Oh, and the tree. Well, we need to defeat the stuff in the territory to be able to do the tree mission. So maybe I'll do that once this guy gets back. 26,901. Got a few months to go until he comes back.
What have we here?
Challenging? Sure, let's do it. How's our systems? Still get lots of jobs and space to live there. This one could use another item. What kind of stuff do we have here? Nothing super duper useful at this time. We could probably build a psi score at some point. Gives us telepaths. Maybe we'll build that on our home world. Meantime, let's build another one of these alloy factories on this planet. And check out the archaeological dig. So Sin. The Sin is unoriginal. The memory orbs contain countless accounts of tedious little transgressions, infidelity, bearing sacrilegious garb, exposing your flappers, adorning your feelers, ingesting your neighbor's pet, child, or spouse. The deeds of one penitent alone stands out, those of the priest herself. The Hollow Priest, as it turns out, is a virtual representation of the church's founder. Illuminate Saria. She appears to have suffered from severe memory loss and was haunted by the conviction that she had committed a heinous act in the past. The tiny mollusk priest extracted and stored over 100 of her own confessions in an attempt to figure out what she had done. Very interesting, and kind of a strange thing to do to yourself. Our builder ship, are you over here yet? You're almost there. Good. We definitely want to build this one because even though it's we've blocked them off here, they can come through here and build here at more of a premium, which could block us off. So if we build one or two more, the premium gets too high and the AI tends not to build that in that direction. Oh, we got our spaceship back. Excellent. So let's send our spaceship up here. And we'll think about the tree. We'll send you to here. And let's get our fleet and send them up to there as well.
Space charts updated.
Sure, we'll research that.
We grow ever stronger.
Perfect. Let's continue going down this way. Let's grab you and do this one, because I want to get to this planet. Signs of battle. There's clear evidence that a massive space battle took place in the close orbit of Cerberus 3. At some point in the last 5,000 years, the surface on one side of the moon is pockmarked with craters from stray weapon blasts, and scans from our science ship have picked up several hulks on the ground. Although these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that there is anything remains after the damage they must have sustained is a testament to their advanced design. Our science officer is preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict hulls for any valuable technologies. Very good. So let's mount the graveyard expedition here to the research project. Perfect. Don't have quite enough to move on to the next system, so we'll just build the resources in that system. Our other construction ship actually should build the resources in this system. I probably shouldn't have skipped that, especially since we're running low on minerals here a bit. Next tradition. Hold on. We can finish out the expansion tradition, grabbing Galactic Ambition, which reduces our starbase upkeep. That'll help a little bit. It also gives us the max district on non-artificial planets +1, which is pretty good, and a new Ascension perk. The Ascension perk we're going to pick. It's a good question. Eventually we want to get. Can we do this one? We need terrestrial sculpting. But that allows us to build, looks like it allows us to build ocean worlds. Very interesting. So maybe we'll explore that in the future. There's another one down here too. Transcendence. Because we're psychic, this is an option for us. It gives us increased code breaking, encryption, and basic intel level. It requires psionic theory, which I'm working on right now, and 2 other ascension perks. So we gotta wait a little bit for that one. Let's pick one of these up here that we can do. Technological ascendancy is okay. We don't really need Graphs of Void. We don't need domination. Enigmatic engineering is not that great. Lord of War, we don't really need that for Mercenary Enclave. Consecrate Worlds is an interesting idea. I'm not quite sure how Consecrate works. You consecrate uninhabited planets, increasing spiritual ethics attraction, and empire-wide amenities, as well as unity generation. Scaling the spiritual significance of the worlds is consecrated. Huh. Maybe we'll do that. We'll pick some of the worlds that we don't like the Tomb world that we have, and a couple of others. Transcendent learning is also very good. Raises our experience gain and our leader level cap. We don't need shared destiny because we don't have any vassals. And the Edict's Fund is also very interesting. You know, I've never done Concentrate Worlds. Let's do that one. We'll see what it brings about. We'll take a look at this guiding lattice thing, and then we'll look at some worlds that maybe we can consecrate. So the world is crisscrossed by overlapping mineral composites bands that are elevated above the harsh surface by tall, flexible pylons. Constantly agitated by atmospheric winds, these pylons sway and the overlapping bands rub together to produce sonic waves at what are, to deep dwellers, inaudible frequency. Our science officer reports some difficulty in isolating this audio from the natural background noise on the planet, but notes that the mineral bands could, should we choose, be broken down and efficiently recycled by the Union of the Deep. Make preparations to salvaging the minerals. +6 on this world. Pretty good. Alright, so if we wanted to consecrate something, what could we do? We probably want a small world in our system. It's an Arctic world, maybe. An arid world. A bunch of Arctic worlds. What if I did one of these Arctic worlds? If I wanted to consecrate, adds this world to our canon of consecrated worlds, boosting spiritual ethics and unity generation. This object may be fairly suitable for concentration. We need unity, so it costs us, looks like 500 unity to concentrate a world. But it doesn't tell us what we're going to get out of it, which is kind of annoying. Well, we gotta wait for 500 unity anyhow, so let's do that and we'll get back to it. Arid world. Special project complete. The team under our science officer has finished their expedition and returned to the Abyssal Surveyor. Thankfully, the starship graveyard on the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Studying the remains of these vessels has advanced our research in certain fields for several years, and there are yet things to discover. A permanent science outpost in orbit would be a great boon to our starship engineering efforts. Great! So we get +3 engineering permanently in this system, 200 experience for our scientists, and 952 engineering research. That's wonderful. We got an L-gate insight, excellent for eventually when we want to look at the L-gates. You're finished here. This is where I wish I had the automatic surveying, so let's continue along like this. Since we don't need to worry about these guys because this is not actually connected, I'm going to go over here and beeline to the Psionic Order Enclave over here. Alright. It looks like our fleet has come here. Here's a science ship. Oh, those are the tree protectors. Oh, very interesting. Thought our navy was coming up. They are. Okay, they're just not here yet. Yeah, you're gonna back off for the moment there, buddy. And we'll see what we can do. And you guys are gonna come and follow these guys to attack them. Hopefully we got enough force to take them on. We've had a few upgrades. So we fully excavated the one site. All right, let's read the last entry here. Illuminate, Saria's work station is littered with obsessive scribbles about a place called 1X Belien and the horrors she fears transpired there. Judging from her journal, she had intermittent moments of clarity followed by complete memory loss. She writes that if she did not recognize her own handwriting, she would have thought that they were ramblings of a madwoman. It seems likely that her deteriorating mental health was a side effect of repeated memory extraction, but without a body, it is impossible to say. Piecing together a coherent course of events from her many fragmented confessions has proven as hopeless for the archaeologists as it was for her, and they have uncovered what could have been the coordinates of 1X de Belin from one of her many memory orbs. We could set course for it. And this gives us 10 minor artifacts and a new archaeological site. Or let the snow bury this unholy establishment and pray that it be forgotten. This seems much more interesting to follow through on. No, I think we're curious enough that we want to see this sort of inward perfection look. Seems like a good idea. We disagree with the taking away from memories, because that seems like a sacrilegious thing to do. But we want to find out somebody's search for their inner truth. That seems like something we would be interested in. So let's set course. And I think we might also have enough now for precursor artifacts. Discover precursor insight. Yeah, let's do that. Analysis of minor artifacts suggests that there may be a precursor connection near Yarak 1. Excellent. Where is that? There. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Let's send you here, since you're not really doing anything. Our other science ship over here doesn't have anything to do. So let's send you to do... where was the follow-up for that? It was Bellin something. Did it show up? Is it in our situation log? Strange asteroid, no. Maybe it hasn't shown up yet. Alright. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to have you survey this system in the meantime, and then we'll get back to you. Oh, there it is there. Okay, we can't research this one anyhow because we need to take this system. Good to know. Everybody else is good? Yes. Military fleet. Did you take on the tree people? No. Military fleet, come up here. I don't know why you're just sitting around.
We grow ever stronger.
You're done. Good. So let's move over here. And you're done. So let's move over here. And actually, I'm going to move up here. And take this one in preparation of moving up this way. Research that. New skill. The New Worlds research speed, kind of useful. Closing the loop. After years of uneasy development, a rift has appeared above the deep. Unnervingly, it has the exact same. This is the exact same day as the instructions were found before the end. There is only one thing to do: send the notes into the rift and forget this ever happened. Unexplained insights, auto dive removed, closed loop. We get more unity. I'm not sure what that's related to. That does remind me, we have enough alloys now. I'm going to build that thing in our capital. Here we are. The Shroud Starbase attachment. We don't really need the crew quarters, so let's build the Shroud beacon. See what happens. It's new to the DLC. We might as well see what it does, even if it may doom our empire. Are we here to take on these guys? Yes, we're finally here. Good. So let's fight these silly creatures. So Limbo here. Alright, this is another thing. We'll get back to the battle in a second. The signal originates from the remnants of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from our science ship to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. What our science officer found was a cavernous vault that, while easily pried open, was evidently the last safe house and refuge of some long-dead race of aliens. While reasonably technologically advanced, it seems that they never reached for the stars and perished in some planet-wide natural disaster. The vault is immense, housing thousands upon thousands of black boxes that the Cosmic Angler has determined to be data storage devices. Special project has been added. Interesting. Oh, looks like the Vren King is subjugating against us. I do not like that. That's probably because we've taken some damage. Another Yahud artifact. A thorough investigation of Yarak 1 has unearthed evidence of a past Yahud presence. The away team has managed to bring relatively well-preserved artifact back to the ship, which should hopefully increase our knowledge of this ancient civilization. Excellent, now we're up to 4. We need 2 more. Good, we've defeated these silly guys. Let's head back, and we'll build a replacement ship. So let's go to fleet management here. Yeah, we have 19 to 20 here, and that's our maximum. Alright, so let's just reinforce. And if we do that, it doesn't matter where our ship is. It will, the reinforcement ship will find this fleet. You're done here, so let's head up here to do that research project, and then we'll head over here to do that research project. This science ship is done over here, so I can't do that, so I might as well finish out this. Why don't we survey these systems just to see what's going on this end of the galaxy, and maybe it's something we're really interested in. And there's a nebula over here, and we have that technology to harvest nebulas, which is quite useful. We are the target of a Cested belly. Now I think we have a defensive pact. Yeah, they're superior to us. Not good. You're out here waiting. Yeah, I don't have anything really to do with you at the moment. So I think you'll just continue to wait. I guess you can go over here and hook up these. I know it's a bit of a ride. And then come back here. Actually, no. Just go over there, do those, and we'll see what we want to do next. There's not a lot of risk over here. Unless there's another empire. You can research that. Yeah, I really need to get the technology to upgrade our ship and our ship power. But it's proving a little slow to get off the ground with this empire. The Solar Sailor. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Andrusuf 2. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object has passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. Interesting, we get some engineering points. These are the whales? Yeah, those are the whales. The amoebas are pacified, temporarily refraining from venting certain emissions from our vessel's reactors, while in the immediate vicinity of the space amoebas, flocks seem to be enough not to arouse their ire. With this new protocol in place, they will no longer pose a threat, and we have been able to study them at close range. Good, it gives us non-hostility for amoebas and allow us to gain research of amoeba breeding program and regenerative hull tissue. What do we get from the enemy wrecks? We got amoeba breeding program, regenerative hull tissue, and society research. Very good. And you're done here. Let's hook up this science station while we're waiting on more influence.
Research complete.
Research is done. Good. We got destroyers. Excellent. That'll help out a bit. Races are capped to 30, so that's good. So I'll build some destroyers to fill that in. We can only get to 28, but I'll probably build all the way to 30 because the cost will not be that much. And then I'll look into some other things to buy. I don't really want the Corvette speed and patterns. Minerals might be good. More science or face torpedoes. I think we'll hold off. Let's do the minerals. And then let's design our destroyer. So we can do a large one or small and medium. Let's do small and medium. And then 2 more small. And again, let's just do the plasma throwers. I think they're our best weapon at the moment. We'll throw some shields in. 2 shields, and the rest will be armor. And we'll have to grab the reactor to be able to have those shields. Each shield is what, 20? Yeah, that will take us to -2 if we put another shield on. Looks good. We can auto upgrade. Nothing here can be upgraded. Yeah, let's pick a good name. The Abyss class, the other one's a Wave Skipper. Apparently this is the only random name it wants to give me. Let's call this the Wave Skipper. Let's call this the Tide Hunter. And we'll save this design, and we'll get rid of this automated generated destroyer. And let's go to our fleet. Let's go to our fleet management. Let's add in the Tide Hunter. And let's add 5 Tide Hunters and build them. Or as many as we can. Gotta build up our defensive capabilities here because these guys sound like they want to take us on. Which actually might be good because then we can finally finish this silly Red Profits event chain, which would be nice. Alright, so I think that's the end of this episode. Got a little bit more done. Cleared out these creatures that were protecting the tree. We're going to investigate it. We got some more stuff for the Hut to try and find their homeworld, and we finished this archaeological study leading us to another one. So in the next episode, maybe we'll try and take this system and continue our archaeological study. We'll continue to expand our empire, research what this tree is, and prepare against the High Kingdom here, the Vryn High Kingdom. So, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content, and leave a comment below letting me know how you feel the series is going. Anyhow, I'll see you next time for the continuing adventures of the Deep, the Union of the Deep, in Stellaris' new Overlord DLC. Have a great day.